Madam Bukky and her 7 husbands.
Madam Bukky was originally from Onoka village. She had become very wealthy through hard work and smart trading. But in Onoka, a woman's worth was measured by her husband and children, not her money or character. Because Madam Bukky had neither, people treated her with contempt. They insulted her openly in the market and excluded her from important gatherings. Men refused to marry her because her wealth intimidated them. They feared she would not respect or submit to them. Some were simply jealous of her success. Madame Bukky decided to teach them a lesson. She visited a powerful native doctor who gave her a potion called Touch and Follow. Any man whose skin she touched with the potion would immediately fall desperately in love with her and insist on marrying her. She used it on many men in Onoka. Suddenly, men who had ignored her before came knocking on her door begging to marry her. Their families were horrified and tried to stop them, but the men refused to listen. Some moved into her house despite their families' protests. Mothers came weeping and begging Madame Bukky to release their sons. Brothers came threatening her, but the enchanted men defended her fiercely against their own relatives. The situation became unbearable. Madame Bukky selected 7 men from the many under her spell and disappeared with them one night. She relocated to Okensu where nobody knew her story. Now, months later, the people of Onoka had finally found her. They demanded their sons and brothers back. The chief of Onoka stood at the front of the angry crowd. They had traveled for 2 days to find Madame Bukky and they were tired and frustrated. The families of the missing men had pooled money together to hire a tracker who finally discovered where she had gone. When they arrived in Okensu and saw the 7 young men working peacefully on Madame Bukky's farm, their anger boiled over. These were sons who had abandoned their own families, brothers who had left their responsibilities, and young men who had futures before Madame Bukky enchanted them. They were ready to hurt Madame Bukky,